Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy T-Dub was blazing in sports. The return of the fire. Guys, listen, man, let's talk about it. I know I've been really busy the last few days, but you know what? I said, listen, man, we have to talk this boxing. Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz. It is going down, Saudi Arabia style. We saw the press conference, guys. Listen, and honestly, guys, that has to be a very fast turnaround. One day, Saudi Arabia. The next day, New York. The next day, UK. Like, shit. Listen, guys, that's pretty crazy. But I want to talk about the press conference. I want to talk about what I've been hearing. People have been saying, Joshua should do this. Joshua should do that. He should fight off the back foot. He should use his jab. He should come forward. Well, I'll give you my thoughts on it and more. Guys, remember, this is your boy T-Dub was blazing in sports. I am back at it, giving you this work, live, lunchtime edition. Come get your lunchtime fixings. We got all the sides, the gravy and all. Let's talk about it. Press conference. The first one, right? The first one I think is more interesting because, it's windy out. We're all looking at, how's it going to look? Like we are used to seeing, a press conference in the UK and a press conference in the USA. Over time, I kind of seen the UK kind of be more calmer, and I seen the USA at times can get a little more rowdy. We did not know what to expect from the Saudi Arabia. Purpose, what's going on, my dude? How's it doing? Hey, it's good, man. Bro, I've been extremely busy. Haven't got a chance to do a lot of things I want to do, but we're back. Right now I'm at work giving this lunchtime edition, just in case you ate. I got a lunch snack boxing talk right now for you. Saw Ruiz on the first take yesterday. Should be a good rematch, but never know. Listen, man, I jump right into that. Let me jump right into that. To me, this fight, I guess, it's not big because the first fight was a good fight. Because I'm being honest, the first fight wasn't a good fight. It was a completely slaughter. It was like, just throwing fish to a lion. It was just over. But it was an upset. I gotta agree, it was an upset. Anthony Joshua's favored to win. He went in there and got the smoothest Danielson wax on, wax off that Mr. Miyagi would have been proud of that. I mean, from round one, it was a beatdown. I don't know what. Well, I am wrong. Joshua did have a good moment. He hit Andy Ruiz with a sequence of a right uppercut and a left hook, and it was his money maker. I'm like, holy shit. I didn't think Joshua was going to be able to finish Andy, not like that. And Andy gets up. Joshua hits him with another 1-2. Uno, dos. This time Andy eats that shit like the Snicker they denied him on, before the fight. And then Andy just beat the snot. And I gotta be honest, even though part of me thinks that this fight could be different. It could be different because the one thing that is missing, the element of surprise. The first fight, Andy Ruiz pulled one of the smoothest, how do you say it? Rope-a-dope. I'm just so happy to be here, everybody. Thank you all. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Earn with Hearn. Thank you. All this thank you, right? He had me convinced that he wasn't even going to fight. I'm like, holy shit. Andy's only coming to get a fucking check. He talking about life changing. I'm like, oh man, this is finna be garbage. Because at first I was like, listen, Andy could really be undefeated. But once he started talking like this, I'm like, nah, man. I think he might be going in there and, just to lay down. But he didn't. And to me, the ultimate surprise is not how Andy came out in that fight. It's how Andy reacted to getting knocked down in that fight, to having to get up. Many people would have ran at that point. Many people would have tried to hold on just to survive. Andy fought back. He got hit with some of Joshua's best shots and threw even better ones back. And now, we're at the rematch. And even though, the element of surprise, that's out the window, the fact remains, Andy can hurt him. Andy is better inside. Andy has better timing. Andy has better counterpunching. Andy has faster hands. Purpose-driven life, sports and gaming says, yep, I love guys who just get up and keep it coming. They want so more. Yeah, bro. Like I said, when Joshua dropped him in that first fight, I'm calling this fight live. I do live commentating, I do live call-in, and I call the fight blow by blow. When Joshua hit him with an uppercut left hook, oh my gosh, I'm thinking, holy shit, Joshua is about to get that, that Deontay Wilder sensation knockout over Andy. Andy falls on his butt. Look up, like what the fuck? He gets up. Joshua paused a couple jabs, and then Joshua hit him with the 1-2 in the same fashion that Wilder hit Brazil with. The difference was Joshua didn't have that same effect. Andy Ruiz put Joshua in a position that he has not known as a pro. I don't even know if he known it as an amateur. I would highly doubt that Joshua ever got beat up that bad, even in the amateurs. So, even though I know a lot of people are saying it's going to be different, Joshua's going to come back and beat him up, Joshua's going to do this, and I got to say this, listen, that could happen. That could happen. But I got to be realistic, guys. I got to be realistic. We are only talking about what could and would if Joshua went back and got everything 100% right. Oh, in the building, my girl, the one, the only, the lovely, the gator, the baseball coach shore. Bobby's in the building. Hello, Bobby. So, Anthony Joshua, to me, is so many changes, guys, he has to make. He has to make a mental change, right? He's making a physical change as we see. He is getting leaner by the day. And listen, guys, for Anthony Joshua, I don't think leaner is going to help him. Not saying that it's going to hurt him, but I don't think it's going to help him. He's not swift on his feet. He's not going to make his feet faster, and he's not going to gain that much speed on his punches. He might even lose pop. He might lose some power. But, man, see, if you guys did not watch the press conference, what I'm talking about is Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. If you have not seen that fight, maybe you watch this live, maybe you catch this on replay. If you have not seen Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz, I highly recommend going watching it. Joshua was clearly the favorite. The guy was built like fucking Hercules. He should have had Greek goddess walking around him and shit, throwing rose petals and daisies at his feet. Zeus, should have been handing over the lightning bolt to Joshua. And then you got another guy that people made fun of. They're trying to say Joshua versus the slouch. The disrespect that they show Andy Ruiz. calling him a slouch, a slob. I mean, the disrespect is crazy. Observing stuff. What's going on, homie? Oh, MBT Boxing, what's great? What's blazing, homie? Bro, I haven't seen you in a long time. Bro, MBT, bro, we gotta find a way to link up, man. We have to find a way. I'm gonna download a new app and see if we can do something. Observing stuff. When is the fight? Joshua's going to win. The fight is December the 7th. The fight is going down in Saudi Arabia. Now, observing stuff. My brother. You can find me in St. Louis. I cannot confidently say Joshua's going to win. Joshua, think about it. Joshua is the one that has to make all the improvements. He has to make them all, guys. And when it comes to rematches, just hear me out. Remember, anything can happen. The fight is left in the boxer's hand. Only thing we're doing is speculating, hoping, wishing, analyzing what could actually happen. Joshua, he's the one that has to make a change. Andy Ruiz needs to come out and do exactly what Andy did the first time. Take the fight to him, be the faster fighter, get inside. Now let me ask you a question, guys. My boy is Urban Stuff. I'm in St. Louis right now. You can find me. You know where you can find me at. St. Louis, where the guns play and rains all day. Except for today, it's not raining. It's nice out. Andy Ruiz does not have to make any adjustments at all. None. Joshua has to make all the adjustments. And the first adjustment that Joshua has to make is a mental adjustment. Ace 99, what's going on? AJ will bring them belts back to the UK. Listen, man. Let me see. The LDBC can drug. Bro, get out of here. Get out of here with that hate. Get out of here. Drug. Listen, man. If you telling me for people like myself or whoever else, they gave gave Anthony Joshua shit. Anybody that gave him shit, if that's drugging Anthony Joshua, making him delusional, then do me a favor. Never give this motherfucker a glass of alcohol. Matter of fact, don't even give him a cup of orange juice. Because if just talking about him is drugging him, woo, shit. I hate to see what some apple juice do to this man. I hate to see him operate on apple juice. He be drunk and shit. He be like Eminem, you know, try to walk a line type of shit. But he said that wasn't a real AJ. Watch any of his other fights. Ace loves to talk about folks being drugged. Bro, I don't know what's up with Ace, man. Ace, hey, Ace trying to be like the peck detector. Ace Ventura, the AJ protector. Ace Ventura, the AJ protector, is in the house, taking up for his boy. Listen, man. Listen, take up for your boy, man. But listen, Ace and whoever listening. Listen, guys, I don't knock your opinion. As long as they're not, you know, stupid. I don't knock your opinion. But I'm only telling you how I see it as a guy that's been in the ring, as a guy that's currently training fighters, as a guy that's been watching boxing. When I watched that first fight, when Andy was hitting that man with the fucking hammers off Thor, Andy was hitting that man like he was playing that old-fashioned card game. I declare war. Oops upside your head. Oops upside your head. Oops upside your head. AJ would win between 8 and 10. MBT says that was a real AJ until he got caught. Always takes a long time to figure out a shorter guy. Listen, It's like I said earlier. I do think it's going to be a different fight. The element of surprise is gone. Fucking Andy Ruiz fucking hoodwinkled me. He fooled me. At first, I'm like, listen, Andy can fucking fight. Even though, I remember, guys, I picked Joshua to win the first fight. I picked him to win it. The reason I picked him to win is because fucking Andy Ruiz was acting like a kid that was just given on his 7th birthday a whole candy store. I'm just so happy. I'm happy, everyone. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, DAZN. You know, I'm like, what the fuck? I like, he finna go in there and lay down. But then when he got in that ring, that smile went away. I don't know if that smile went away because he was ready to fight, or if he was like them Snickers commercials. He's just not himself when he's hungry. They denied that man a Snicker. He was pissed off. He had to chew his mouthpiece for a snack before he got in the ring, and somebody had to pay for it. I still think Ruiz will probably do it again. If AJ loses, he should retire right away. Ace, I'm telling you right now, if he loses this fight against Andy Ruiz, you know what? I don't want him to retire. Told you guys, I'm not a hater. I don't want him to retire. But he definitely should take, probably a year off. Take a year off, come back, have a couple soft touches, and then get back in there. But I'm telling you guys right now, Anthony Joshua mentally has not recovered. See, every time Anthony Joshua talks, you guys, or maybe even me or whoever else, maybe we think that he's saying things to try to motivate us. 'Cause remember, every time Joshua talks, he sounds like a motivational speaker. Like he always says shit like, if I would have lost the first time, would it be a then? If I'd have lost, when I lost in amateurs, would it have been the Olympics? If I lost here, would it have been that? He's always talking like he's trying to motivate somebody. I swear, I'm telling you guys, it sounds like Anthony Joshua bought the best 100, motivational, speeches, brave speeches. And he always keeps saying shit like, this is the rematch. We're taking the belts again. Taking the belts, throwing the belts in the air. The first fight, we took the belts, I threw the belts in the air. I did not come down with the belts. They must have been filled with helium. I don't get it. I don't get it. We take the belts. We put the belt on, then we take the belt off. When I have the belt on, my pants fit around my waist. When I take the belt off, my fans fall down. Be like water. What? What? How did water get in this? We take the belts, throw the belts in the air. First time it didn't come down, a pigeon grabbed the belt. Grab the pigeon, put the pigeon in the plate, cook the pigeon up. What's the purpose of that? Get some chicken. Okay, all right, man. All right. All right, whatever, bro. Whatever you say. But the first press conference in Saudi Arabia, I think he was trying to be too serious. See, guys, he's trying to be serious. I'm just being honest. I don't believe that the Anthony Joshua that's in the press conference now, I don't believe that's the real Anthony Joshua. I believe he's pretending not to smile. I believe he's pretending to be like, I'm going to be real serious. I'm going to be real serious. Look at my chest, And guys, do me a favor. Go back and watch the first press conference. Watch when they did the face-to-face. Andy Ruiz came up there holding his belts with his arm bent. Anthony Joshua is so used to holding the belts that he came up there and bent his arm like he had belts under his arms. Let me see what they got. AJ is a road man. Don't be fooled by him. He's a road man. What's that mean? Now, what am I wondering if Joshua will improve after the last fight? And if he does, how much? Bro, listen. Andy Ruiz does not have to improve at all. Think about it. Anthony Joshua said that Andy Ruiz hit him with a lucky punch, a punch from the gods. I'm telling you right now, if he hit you with a punch sent from the gods, I don't think you want the gods against you. I'm just saying that. And if you really want to talk about a lucky punch, who had the lucky punch? Andy Ruiz dropped him 4 times, had him hurt multiple times. Joshua is the one that only dropped him 1 time. So if you want to talk about a lucky punch, which I don't really believe in lucky punches, you're the one that landed the good shot that knocked him on his butt, and it did not hurt him. Remember, he wasn't hurt when he got knocked down. He didn't stagger. It was a flash knockdown. His back never touched the canvas. He treated the canvas like it was poison ivy, and he didn't let his back touch it. He didn't feel like itching tonight. He didn't feel like putting on poison ivy lotion. He didn't feel like scratching. You know? Well, since he realized something was wrong with his mentor, that's the first step to getting better. Listen, guys, it's definitely. I want to see a good fight. Me personally, because how Andy Ruiz was treated. Listen, they're calling him, almost a slob. And I'm gonna be honest. I do believe that Andy Ruiz is self-conscious about his weight, and they keep poking fun of his weight, and they keep talking about Andy's gonna lose weight and be faster. I'm gonna be honest. If I was Andy, I wouldn't change shit. If Andy started making these drastic fucking changes, losing 30 pounds, coming in lighter, that's only gonna favor Anthony Joshua. Andy should not change shit. Stick to the goddamn same formula. Train, ask for a Snicker, get denied a Snicker, and defend your fucking belts. Because at this point, it's up to Joshua. He the one that went in there and got his ass served up. The third installment of You Got Served. He the one got served up. And it was a bad servant. It was a bad servant. It's probably like prison food. It's a bad servant. He has to prove. Now listen, now let me get down to it. Let me see, I agree it was really a lucky punch when Ruiz knocked AJ down multiple times. I think it should have changed it up. Bro, Anthony Joshua did not make any adjustments. Andy Ruiz knocked him down, was beating him up. Joshua didn't make any adjustments. I cannot wait to go home and actually be in front of on the camera. Guys, right now, got car issues. Things should be pretty close to being better. Probably by today, if not today, by Monday. So I should be, guy, listen, your boy T-Dub, driving. Listen, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story real quick, right? Quick story. So, right, everybody talking about that chicken, right? That chicken fucked me up. Popeye's chicken fucked me up. Well, it put me in a position that had me in a bad position, So, I'm at work, right? After, see, when I go on lunch, like right now, I'm not eating lunch. I might snack on something later. So I went back to lunch. Everybody talking about that new chicken, right? Sold out everywhere, right? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna find that chicken, right? I'm gonna find that chicken. And I was in North County, St. Louis. It's a Popeyes off of Halls Ferry. Didn't have it. Then, listen, guys. Long story short, your boy T-Dub made almost a 25-mile road trip. I called around, and finally, one of the places that listen, guys, I don't know if it's coincidence, but it's a place to where I would guess the African American population is somewhere around -1%. And when they answered the phone saying, we had it, like they said, we had the chicken sandwiches. So I was like, shit, okay, cool. I told my son, right? I said road trip, and I got a 6-year-old son. I got 50-50 custody, and he was like, road trip, daddy, yay! He get all excited. Let's go, daddy, and we road tripping, right? And I get within 2 miles. It was like 1 point some miles, right? Out of nowhere, my car. I mean, immediately, guys, it was like somebody just fucking like killed it. It wasn't a power. It wasn't a light, it wasn't a battery, it wasn't an alternator, it wasn't nothing like that, right? So I'm like, what the hell? So I'm looking at my gauges. All my gauges are good. I just had an oil change about a month ago. Everything, the temperature gauge, everything is good, right? I'm like, what the hell? I stop at a Quick Trip, I get something to drink, I put some fuel stuff in there. I thought maybe it's fuel related, I don't know. And I get back in the car, right? It's driving normal again. Get within a mile of the place. All of a sudden, it just starts, right? And the car dies. The car dies. And then my son was like, Daddy, why are you stopping? I thought we were making this road trip. Let's go get that sandwich. And I said, man, son, the car won't go. So I called AAA. AAA came, they sent somebody out there. And I told the dude, I said, listen, man. I said, you see up there about a mile up the street? I said, I'm trying to get to that Popeye's chicken. Right there. And I said, can you please? I said, my son haven't ate. Can you please just stop by this Popeye's chicken so I can get 2 sandwiches, 1 spicy, 1 regular. So our road, even though we're going to get towed home, but our road trip will be complete. This asshole like, no, I can't do it. My dispatchers might be watching me. I like, hold on, your dispatchers. The people that work in the office, that probably is not even located in this state. They're gonna be watching you. Well, I mean, you never know. I like, all right, bro, all right, whatever. So, long story short, the engine was having problems. The engine went out, and the cost of getting it repaired, it's not worth it. So I'm in the process of finalizing this deal with the other car, getting it up and running, then we'll be back going. But let's get back to this boxer, man. I didn't even try the chicken. The closest Popeyes to me is on Page. I'm telling you right now, bro, don't even go to it. If you go to anywhere in St. Louis, bro, I'm just saying, they probably gonna be sold out. Now I'm gonna get back to this box. Let me get back to this work. People are saying that, and I'm gonna do a video when I get home, probably live on this. People are saying that Anthony Joshua needs to fight on the back foot, use his jab more, and basically just move back, like a boxer. Now, guys, I gotta be honest. When I look at Anthony Joshua, I don't see Anthony Joshua as a brawler, but I don't see him as a pure boxer, right? You know what I'm saying? He's more like a heavyweight stationary. Like he's like a throwback heavyweight. They don't use a lot of movement. They use big striking. Big striker. He's a striker. He doesn't. His legs are fucking stiff. If Anthony Joshua try to go in there and fight off his back foot, guys, there's an old saying. A person can come forward fast and you go backwards. 6 months, 5 months, 3 months, it's not gonna fucking work. Joshua is not gonna be a fast fighter going backwards than Andy coming forward. And if Andy slips that jab and get inside, Joshua's gonna be ate up again. I'm telling you guys, to me, honestly, this could be a better fight, yes. But I think it favors Andy Ruiz. Because Joshua has to make too many fucking changes. One, he has to learn how to deal with somebody who's a better inside fighter. Two, he had to learn how to use his jab better. Three, for the first time in his life, because he never been taught before, because obviously he said he struggled with short fighters, he has to not only learn how to fight a shorter fighter, he has to be effective against a shorter fighter who is a great shorter fighter to him. 4, he has to mentally come back. Guys, listen. If Anthony Joshua would have fought that fight, and let's say it went to the distance, and let's say it was a draw, right? And they did a rematch, he would be mentally hurt still because he knew in reality he got his ass whooped. But on the scorecards before he quit, one of them had him winning, two of them had a draw. Imagine, guys, imagine somebody beat your ass into submission. Submission. Till you say no mas, no mas. You quit. You quit. And now you're facing the same man. Not in the comfort of Cardiff, but in a place that is foreign. Saudi Arabia. The crowd won't, it'll still be a lot of more UK people there. It'll still be, listen, that's not a neutral ground. It's not neutral at all. It's not a neutral ground. We know it's not. There's not going to be a lot of Americans there. It's not going to be a lot of stars there that's from the USA. I imagine there would be some that would get paid a healthy amount to be there. A lot. Observing stuff said you can't blame the AAA man. He doing his job. Bro, listen guys, if you got in, listen. I blame the AAA fucking man, bro. He had to pass up the Popeyes, bro. He had to pass it up. Remember, I drove out my way, which means that it's not like he had to only tow my car for 3 blocks and unhook it, which means you can estimate the time better. This motherfucker had to tow my car about fucking 30 miles, or maybe less, because about 30 minutes driving. So maybe 20 miles, I don't know. Bro, let me tell you guys, in case you just coming in, this is the fucked up shit happened, right? I'm gonna tell you real quick. Me and my son was making a road trip, right? I just got my kid back from my week. We was making a road trip to Popeyes to get this fucking chicken sandwich. I blame my fucking co-workers for talking that shit up so much that I had to have it. I had to have that chicken sandwich. I'm gonna get that chicken sandwich. And then I told my son we're gonna have a road trip. I didn't even know if he know what a road trip is, but I was excited and we was driving. He like, oh yeah, Dad, road trip, oh goody, goody. You know, I was expecting him to say, what's a road trip? Never came. I get within 1 point something miles from the Popeyes. My car breaks down like Anthony Joshua did in the 7th round. Broke completely down and it fucking quit. The car literally quit. I would try to start it and it would die. Try to start it and it would die. And then the AAA man. Well, he wasn't a AAA. He was somebody who they dispatch. So he's not really with AAA. He's just like, you know, somebody who they use. I said, listen, bro. I said, my kid has an 8. You know, I'm not going to have a car when I get to the crib. I said, we got to go right by. So you see that Popeyes up there? That we got to go right by? Bro, can we stop at the Popeyes? This the only one that fucking had the chicken sandwiches. Of course I blame this motherfucker. This is the only one that has the chicken sandwiches that I found within a 30-mile radius of St. Louis and counties. So I'm about to get this motherfucker. I am about to get this. Son, we are eating a Popeyes chicken sandwich today. Car breaks down. Can you please stop right here? Like, listen, I pointed my finger and I looked to the left. See that Popeye sign up there? Bruh. Well, listen, bro, I'm being honest, man. I'm being honest. I really believe if I was a white guy in that time, I think it would have stopped. But by me being a black guy in a county that is less than 1% black, I'm just being honest. I think you're like, nah. I said, bro, listen, man. I said, it's gonna take, 5 minutes. Can I just go in and get the chicken? No, my dispatchers might see me. How they gonna see you, bruh? The woman I talked to wasn't even in Missouri. She didn't even pronounce it right. But you never know. Never know what? That bitch got Superman vision or something? Then my son got my son all in the truck, bro. He riding back right. Daddy, I'm so hungry. You promised me that chicken sandwich, Dad. I'm so hungry. Then he tried to shake my hand when we left. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like when he got done unhooking my car, right, and at my house, and he wanted to shake my hand, bro. I pounded my chest twice and like, all right, bro, now we good, bro, we good. And now that Popeyes is sold out. It's sold out. But let's get back to this boxing. This is going to be to me, I think early on it's going to be different at first. I think Anthony Joshua going to come out. He's going to try to fight a little bit different. But the thing is, we don't know what's going to be successful. We know what Andy does well. Andy Ruiz closes distance fast as fuck. I'm telling you guys, it's like seeing like when I don't know if you ever guys ever did it before, but you see a guy that's fat, right? And you think that you can beat him running until you race this motherfucker, and he fucking beats you. Some of these big boys can fucking move. Andy Ruiz closes distance fast as fuck, and he throw back. Do me a favor, guys. If you ever get a chance, if you at work, go to the bathroom, go outside, take a break. Do me a favor. Try to throw back and forth, left and right hooks. I guarantee you don't move fast. I guarantee you don't. I guarantee you feel like you're slow and like, what the fuck? You feel robotic. This fucking Andy was doing that shit effortlessly. And then Andy, because he thinks so fucking well, the moment that Joshua started covering up the hooks around to the ears, he changed his punch direction and started throwing straight punches down the pipe in the middle of fucking punches. Listen, this big boy that loves Snickers was throwing, what, 8-9 punch combinations? Bro, you don't even see that shit in the heavyweight division. The only person that had a high output now in the heavyweight division like that was Big Baby Miller. And he got tested for doing every drugs that's in grandma's medicine cabinet. And she's still pissed because she don't get a refill for another month because of him. You know? Strapbook Boxing, my boy in the building. What's good, brother? Listen, guys, my boy Strapbook Boxing, I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you. I give you this live, this right now. I give it to you live, uncut, unedited, raw, straight from the source, gasoline on the fire to keep the blaze going. My brother Strapbook Boxing, he gives you that feel that you didn't even know you had. He really does have, you know, fights and history and knowledge about fighters that it can be fighters that some fighters that he talk about I didn't even know existed, but after listening to his video, I'm like, god damn, you know, I had to Google a few people just to know more history. Man, great work, Strapbook, great work. Lost One in the building. What's going on, Lost One? Yeah, bro, he has a dope channel, man. PG1 in the building. What's blazing, homie? Laughing my ass off. Stop it. Let's see, did I miss anything? West side in the building. West side, let's see. Oh man, I miss all this. And they're supposed to shout out to AJ. No lucky punch in boxing. Hell no. Slap the hater in the face with a bologna sandwich, bro. I gotta bring that back, man. Popeyes all day chicken sandwich. It goes hard, bro. Listen, I have not had it, bro. I'm pissed off to this day. Listen, I'm like Deontay Wilder. To this day, I'm pissed off because I didn't get that fucking sandwich. I was 1 mile from getting the sandwich. My car quit on me. Throughout, my car quit. It stopped. Spit out the radiator like AJ did the mouthpiece, and it fucking quit on me. It quit. And now I'm standing, I'm on a corner of here and who know the fuck what. And the AAA guy, I gotta say this. He got there pretty fast, man. I thought I was gonna have to wait like an hour. He got there in probably like, maybe like about 15 minutes, man. He got there fast. I'm like, bro, I road trip with my 6-year-old for the love of chicken sandwiches, for the love of the white meat, the crispiness, and the 11 herbs and spices. There's a Popeyes. It's right there. I pointed. I made sure he saw me. Right? You know how when you point, you kind of lean to your left and you point and you look down. I said, see that Popeyes sign right there? Yeah. I said, man, is there any way we can stop at that Popeyes? I said, I'm trying to get my son, you know, he only had about 4 or 5. He never tested 11 herbs and spices in his life. Please. for the love of spicy chicken sandwich across the world, for the big spicy chicken in the sky. Can we stop right there? You know, I can't. My dispatchers might see me. Dispatcher? You talking about that motherfucker that sat inside the office under the AC that pretty much calls you and tell you where to go? That's not even in our state? That motherfucker, that person gonna see you? That person. You know, man, listen, bro. I'm telling you right now, if my name was Tom and I had blonde hair, we would have got chicken sandwiches. He would have got him with chicken sandwiches. He would have got his girl the chicken sandwiches. I'm gonna get back to this boxing. Ruiz would be back to a Snickerland come 7 December. We'll find out. I'm back in what I missed. Lost one. I was thinking AJ winning the rematch. Shot Buckets have been stuffed. Thanks, brother. Lost one. Seeing pissed. I think AJ got the rematch. All right. Let's talk about the rematch right now. Listen, guys. I'm giving you, this is real talk. Real talk. Can Anthony Joshua win the rematch? Yes, he can. Is that possible? Yes, it's possible. I'm not dumb, but I'm only saying this. Even though the fight's in Saudi Arabia, and guys, I am assuming hard as fuck. I am assuming hard as fuck, assuming that Andy would not get his ass pencil whooped on the scorecards. I would favor Andy Ruiz to win. I think Anthony Joshua has too many things that he needs to fix. He got to fix his mental. Guys, if you don't believe he got mental, there's no reason that Eddie Hearn will be telling him, you know, he got to get his shit together. You know, Eddie Hearn is almost telling him, motherfucker, you got to man up. See, because, you know, Anthony Joshua was talking to Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn got tired of listening to that shit. Listen, he's telling Eddie Hearn, Eddie, I took the belts, I threw the belts in the air. The best man came down, the other man lost. I got the belt, I put the belt on, I used the third loop. I took the belt off, I used the fourth loop. Be like the belt. Eddie Hearn like, what the fuck? Like, who the hell are you trying to convince? Joshua, me or you? Eddie. You know? But he can win, man. But listen, guys. Look at the adjustments he has to make. 1, use his jab better. 2, learn how to fight a shorter fighter who's very good at it. He has to learn how to fight a shorter fighter who is good at fighting tall fighters. 3, he gotta learn how to fucking use angles. 4, he has to learn how to deal with the shorter fighter once he get inside. And guys, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't give a fuck how many times you say, well, if he use his jab and bag up, if you think Andy's not gonna get inside on this fight, you are dumb. Andy's gonna find his way inside, and you're gonna clean his ass up like a dishwasher do dishes. And a stain on me. Dante walking in the building, what's blazing, homie? Listen, bro, I'm back. Listen, guys, I'm back at it like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers this work. I know I took a couple of days off. Listen, I've been dealing with little things on the side, on top of some car shit. So I'm trying to get everything situated. You know, but I'm back at it, you know. You know, it's your boy T-Dub. I'm back once again, slapping another hater in the face with a bologna sandwich. Let's get it. And he has those fast hands and will let them go all the way to Mexico. Bro, how do you think Wilder would deal with Ruiz? I think Wilder catches him. Listen, guys, if you hate Deontay Wilder or not, the one thing about Deontay Wilder, you can call him windmill, you can call all this different shit to talk about him. You can say this, whatever you want. whatever you want. The one thing you cannot deny, this motherfucker punches with the force of at least 3 infinity stones. At least 3 of them bitches. I would hate to see if he stuffed all 5 of them motherfuckers in there. All 5 of them. If he hits anyone in the head, guys, I'm just being honest. There's a reason why Tyson Fury did not go through with that rematch. There's a reason. Because if he was so confident, if he would have beat Deontay Wilder, he would have got even more money in a rematch from ESPN. But Wilder is wide open for a smart fighter. He's not that wide open. You know what? The difference between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, guys, listen. Wilder has come a long way. I know he's not a polished, looking straight out of the boxing school type of fighter. He did pick up boxing very late. But the one thing about Deontay Wilder is the guy he's fucking athletic as fuck. Natural athleticism. He moved natural reaction. And the one thing that Wilder has that Joshua don't have is a fast, snappy jab. Wilder has a when Wilder throws a jab, he don't just step in there and close the distance. When Wilder just want to jab, he throws it and stays back. Joshua don't have a fast jab. And he closes the distance and allowed the shorter man to have more success. And Deontay Wilder has shown, even if you partially block his hand, he will set your ass down. Guys, the second fight with Stavern, Deontay Wilder hit him with a 1-2. Stavern had a fucking high guard. Wilder split that high guard and bust through that shit like it was a virgin. And took that shit. Now I gotta admit this. The first fight with Stavern, Wilder did not drop him. But little do people know, Stavern had to go to the hospital for fucking head problems. He had to go to the hospital for the trauma he took to the fucking head. So you gotta ask yourself, is it really worth standing up to that amount of pounding? Stavern, guy, hey, this motherfucker Stavern, once Wilder got through him in that first fight, this motherfucker could have been an extra or a main star on Star Trek. A main star. That motherfucker liner was pushed back like George Jefferson. Stavern should fight Charles Martin. Ooh! Charles the demigod Martin. God, listen, I call Charles Martin the demigod. You know, see, people think that, you know, because I say Andy's can beat Joshua, and I point out the fact that Joshua having some mental issues and he has a lot of shit to fix. People think you just hate him. Listen, guys, I used to cheer for Joshua. When Joshua, who's from the UK, when he fought Charles Martin, who is originally from St. Louis. T-Dub is originally from St. Louis, the same fucking city. I could bump into this motherfucker in the candy store. And he could be like, what's up, T-Dub? What's up with all that motherfucking shit you talking about me? I picked Joshua to beat Charles Martin. Charles Martin was talking about, I'ma step right over you. I'ma walk right over you. I walk this earth like a god. And went out there and got his ass slapped around like Loki to the Hulk. A puny fucking god. Ever since that day, you might hear others refer to him as that, but I originated. That is demigod Charles Martin, the chosen one. God, I'm telling you right now, one day I'm gonna run into Charles Martin. I know he didn't see my videos before. I know he have. And then, you know what? I'm like, oh, so you want to stand up to me, but you want to stand up to Josh when he knock your ass down, huh? You want to stand up to me, but you want to stand up to Josh when he knock your... Man, sit your ass down before I fucking flatten on you. Sit your ass down, demigod. He he lied on the campus like a god. What happened to Brazil? It's like he is lost. Bro, Brazil down there. Bro, listen. Bro, when Deontay Wilder, listen, man. Listen. If Andy Ruiz get inside on Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz can cause Deontay Wilder some issues. I'm not saying he cannot. He can. But it will be a little bit harder for Andy Ruiz because Wilder is even taller. Remember, Wilder is 6'7". I think Joshua is, what, 6'6", right? So Wilder's a little bit taller. Wilder probably got a damn good reach advantage. And Wilder, the only time if Wilder is stepping in, that motherfucker have you in sight of a right hand. If he's stepping in, you better believe a right hand is ducking. Listen, you got two choices. You can try to withstand that storm and deal with that hurricane coming, or duck that fucking flood and get the fuck out of there. Because that right hand is known to cause more damage than tsunamis. I don't want to deal with it. This shit is devastating. That shit would take years off your life. Off your life. He would erase your thoughts. The only way you remember your thoughts is you have to be like Marty McFly. You gotta go get the Nikes that lace up by themselves. You gotta go back in time. Get that old ass 1985 Back to the Future car. Get that son bitch up to 85 miles an hour, hit some kind of warp hole, and go back and remember. Listen, either you gotta be like Marty McFly and get that car, or be like the Flash, Barry Allen, and jump through the Speed Force. Cause that's the only way you're gonna remember the shit you done once he erased that shit. Muscle is having AJ still not as fast as Andy. With all that due respect to AJ, going to be a great fight. It says Ruiz is 6'2" and Joshua 6'6", but the picture of Joshua looks more than 4 inches taller. Observing stuff, I think Joshua does look taller. It could be one of those things, man. You know, like basketball players sometimes used to lift themselves a little bit higher. Andy could be around 6'1.5", you know, and you know, something like that. But guys, I mean, that only makes what he did that much great. It makes what he did that much great, guys. He went in there and beat up the bigger man, the undefeated man. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm thinking, T-Dub. I think Andy is 6 foot, honestly. Andy is 6'2". Listen, like I said, man, a lot of times when you're dealing with sports, a lot of times people are listed sometimes a little bit taller than what they are. Like, even when I play football, like, you know, I'm not that tall. I'm only 5'11". But sometimes they will list me as like 6 foot or 6'1" or something. I know I'm not, but they will list me like that, you know, especially when I was in, you know, playing defensive back or receiver or something like that. They would have me listed bigger. Now, he could be 6'2" or he could be under it. I really don't know. But the height difference is fucking clear. Andy Ruiz got to look at a 45-degree angle to look Andy Joshua in his eyes. He got to look up. Well, they listed Tyson as 5'11", right? I don't know. You know, how tall is Tyson? How tall is he for real? Is he 5'11" or is he like 5'10", 5'9"? I don't know. I swear Mike was 5'10". He could be, man. He could be. But listen, guys. 6'2", 6'1", 6 foot. Guys, we are in for a fucking fight. This rematch is not a rematch because the first fight was that good. Listen, it wasn't that good. It was a clear fucking ass whooping. It was a shock. What it wasn't a good fight. It was just a fucking shock that had our mouths drop. It had our eyes buck. Because we was witnessing that even if Andy Ruiz would have won, I didn't picture that happening. I didn't picture Andy just beating the champion. Guys, I mean, I'm just saying, man. And now we're going into the rematch. You know, this is not a close fight. The first time it wasn't. Now, do I believe it can be better the second time? I do. Guys, I'm telling you, listen, guys, I'm not dumb. I know Joshua's a good fighter. Joshua still got power. Joshua still got some pretty good. Listen, I like some of his combination punches. But guys, style makes fights. Just because Andy Ruiz beat Joshua doesn't mean that Dylan White will beat him. Be honest, I think Joshua beats Dylan White again on or off D-ball. I think Joshua beats Dylan White. But Andy Ruiz is a different fucking breed. He's a different fucking animal. Listen and understand. Ruiz is out there. He's not to be bargained with. He's not to be reasoned with. And he absolutely will not stop ever until you quit. I'm telling you guys, I do believe this fight's going to be at least more competitive for the first few rounds. I think Joshua's going to make some adjustments to maybe neutralize Andy from having as much success early. The element of surprise is gone. Andy cannot surprise him. He showed his hands. At least they know what to train for. Joshua is going to be better prepared. I do believe so. But he has a lot of fucking preparation to do. And guys, I'm going to ask you this. When Andy gets back inside, and he will get back inside. If you think he won't, you're dumb. The only way Andy doesn't get back inside, if Joshua can move like Terrence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, somebody who can really float around the fucking ring and not allow you to get inside. If you are a big fighter that's not used to moving, you don't have no fucking fast feet, sometimes it looks like you lurch out there. If you think Andy Ruiz is not going to slip his way inside and counterpunch, you need to stop watching boxing. When Andy get inside and he puts Joshua and he reminds him of that 7th round, the 3rd round, the 4th round, whatever it is, then we're going to see if Joshua can stick with the game plan or go back to what he knows. AJ should have brought Kawasaki into camp. Nope. Nah, man, because the reason I say no, Ace, is because that's not his style, man. He can't, if he tried to change to that style, because Kawasaki was a hell of a fucking fighter, bro. That motherfucker was like, you know, a slick fucking fighter. Joshua is not slick. Joshua, I'm going to be honest, he should have brought Lennox Lewis into camp to improve on his jab and how to deal with shorter fighters. And he should bring somebody else that has a tight defense. Because sometimes, see, when Andy Ruiz is firing off them shots like that, Joshua needs to learn how to stay calm, because he never stayed calm. He panicked and just went into a shell, and that shell got cracked like Humpty Dumpty when he fell off the fucking wall. But if Joshua can learn to fucking relax, see the punches coming, roll with the punches, and he needs to come back with counter shots. Come back with 2 counter shots, and then go back into your shell, pivot out, get back on your jab. But that's easier said than done. I don't think shorter fighter has issues. I think it's just Andy Ruiz. Well, no, remember, before this fight, Anthony Joshua said he has trouble fighting shorter fighters. Remember, he said because it's hard for him to see them. Like, this is before he fought Andy Ruiz. He admitted he has trouble. He admitted when he fought, you know, Povetkin and all these guys that he said he had trouble. He admitted. But the thing is, when he fought, the difference is that not only is Andy a shorter fighter, Andy is a faster fighter with a harder punch and with combinations that'll make both eyes bleed. But oh shit, guys, I gotta get back. Guys, please, if you have not done so already, thanks everybody for coming to chat. I always appreciate it. Do me a favor, guys. Say Povetkin gave him a good fight. Yeah, bro, listen. He should. I know I gotta go back in, but listen. Joshua should have got he should have had maybe 2 main trainers, to where he said, I don't have a head trainer no more, I have 2 main trainers. He should have brought in somebody with a different view. He should have brought in Lennox Lewis, and he should have brought in some more people that, I'm gonna be honest, he probably should bring in Big Baby Miller, because, let Miller get on all the drugs in Grandma's kitchen cabinet. Let Miller come forward and throw a lot of punches. I'm just throwing some out there. My guys, it's your boy T. Whatsblazing in Sports. Please subscribe if you have not. Hit the notification bell to never miss another light moment again. Smash the like button if you want to support the channel. Please check the links in the description. There's Super Chat, there's PayPal, there's Cash App, and I'm out. George Foreman, yep.